Lakshmi Tatma is an ordinary little girl who recently started school. When you see her run and play, you can almost forget that she had been born with 8 limbs and 2 torsos fused at her hips. She had been fused to a headless parasitic twin in the womb, which resulted in her abnormal appearance. For the first few years of her life, she was worshipped because it was believed that she was the reincarnation of the Hindu goddess of wealth and fertility. But she was not able to sit, walk, or stand, and so the twin had to be removed. She can now play like other children after her 27-hour surgery, which was successful, but she still has a long way to go before doctors can say that she is fully recovered from the effect of her rare condition. Little Dominique. A little girl named Dominique was born with her parasitic twin's pelvis and legs protruding from her spine. Surgeons described it as though her twin had dove into her body and had almost made it out. Her twin's lower half was almost perfectly formed, and that was a problem. You see, their spines were intertwined, so removing the extra limbs would be extremely dangerous and would require special research. But doctors were able to do it with special methods and a 3D scan of her spine. She is now recovering from her surgery, and doctors say that she has returned to her normal bubbly self without her twin. Baby Hong Hong. Baby Hong Hong was born with 31 fingers and toes, but no arms or thumbs. Not only does this look strange, but it also has some serious effects on his health. He suffers from a severe form of polydactyly, which caused the extra digits. He has had to undergo several medical procedures to correct the condition, but his future is bright and doctors are optimistic about a full recovery for him. Deepak Paswan. Little Deepak Paswan was born in one of the most underdeveloped regions in India and was also venerated as a deity. He had been born with 4 legs and 4 arms, courtesy of his parasitic twin who dangled from his stomach. Thankfully, it was able to be removed, and Deepak now lives a full and normal life for a boy his age. His parents were uncomfortable about all the attention that their little boy was receiving, since many believed that he was a reincarnation of Vishnu, who was often depicted with more than the usual 4 limbs. The public heard their appeal, and many donated money to Deepak's cause. Four is a crowd. Yamuna and Ganga Mandal have not had an easy life. They are conjoined twins who were abandoned by their parents in their teens and have faced a lot of rejection in their lives due to their unusual appearance. But there is a happy ending to their story. The twins met and fell in love with teacher Jazamuddin Ahmad. They met at the twins' workplace in the traveling circus, and all parties claimed that it was love at first sight. We hope it works out and that these 2 sisters truly did find love. Devil Horn's grandmother. Zhang Rufang is a 100-year-old great-grandmother with an unusual story. She has a 6-centimeter horn growing out of her forehead and seems to be quite pleased about it too. She says that she has never had so many visitors and well-wishers in her life before, and she wants to keep it that way. Her children seem very concerned, but she insists that it doesn't hurt. The horns are cutaneous horns, growths made by keratin, the same material that fingernails are made from. She has noticed that a second one is developing and says that she looks forward to the time when they both match. Myrtle Corbin. Myrtle Corbin found fame in the late 19th century for being the 4-legged woman. Her parasitic twin was fused to her hips, and a tiny pair of malformed legs was visible from the hem of her dress. She could control her sister's legs, but couldn't use them to walk since they were too small. She also struggled to walk on one of her own legs since she was born with a club foot, so technically she could only use one leg. But that didn't stop her from living a full and happy life. She was married to the man of her dreams and managed to have 4 normal children. She was also described as an upbeat and happy person. It just goes to show you that the right attitude goes a long way. Pregnant baby. A baby born in Hong Kong was born with an incredibly rare condition called fetus in fetu, a condition so rare that it only occurs about 1 in every 500,000 births. Basically, she was born with her own siblings. Doctors guess that there was supposed to be triplets, but that they were absorbed during the developmental stages. They also have a very satisfying reason for what happened. Weird things happen during the early stages of pregnancy. It's a medical mystery. Gigi. Little baby Gigi was born with a 3rd arm. Why is this so special considering everything that we just heard about? Well, his 3rd arm was incredibly well developed. In fact, at first it was hard to tell which arm was the intruder. Unfortunately, it still affected his health, and he couldn't move either of his arms on the left side where they grew from his shoulder. Doctors decided to remove the one closest to his chest because it did not flex, but his remaining arm has no palm and flexes in the other direction. The surgery was a success, but he will require extensive physical therapy. Betty Lou Williams. Betty Lou Williams was born in the early 1930s and found a lucrative career in Ripley's Believe It or Not publications. As a child, she made $250 a week, and as an adult, she made about $1,000 a week. Thanks to her career, she was able to buy her parents a massive farm and send all her 11 siblings to university. How did she manage to do that? Well, she was born with a parasitic twin that also protruded from her side. Her twin's legs and arms extended from Betty's body and had a near perfectly formed body hiding in Betty's chest. She managed to live a full life until the age of 23 when she died from an asthma attack. And there you have it, 10 people born with extra body parts. Which of these stories did you find strangest? Let us know in the comments section, and don't forget to leave us a like and subscribe to The Richest.